It works now. Woohoo! So let me tell you something. This channel, this Twitch channel has been upgraded. We just got our first upgrade, who was possible thanks to the help we received from our patrons. So I would really like to start by thanking my patrons, Aina and Angel. Thank you so much, because the improvement on the audio, can you feel it? If you've been here with me before, you can actually feel something that's improving the audio. This is because now we have another pal joining the party. Let me introduce you, Goku. I am not making this up. This is not because I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z. It's just its name. It's Goku. Yes, Goku is my new mic. He's gonna be helping me with the live streams. And if you've been here before, you can actually experiment a clear improvement on the audio. So yeah, again, sorry about. Thank you, Typhon. Oh, let's just take a moment to say hello to people. So I see Veritas is here, Typhon's here, Disthea is here, Aina's here, always just to the start of the date. Clay's here, yes, and I can hear your Scots accent, and it's hilarious. Yeah, because well, I'm just gonna tell you a little secret. Aina here, she's the first time that hears me speaking English, because she's heard me speak in Spanish before, but not in English. Oh, Laurita's watching. Laurita is my first and I think only animal fan. She is my I am her fan, and she is my fan back. So we support each other because we're both Lauda. So yeah, we need to stick together. How are you guys? Let me tell you, is today the hottest day since record begun? Possibly, entirely possible. I despise hot weather like you have no idea, and here I am sitting. I just attempted, if you see the background smoke, this is me running away from the sun, as in running away from the sun towards the shade, which is where I belong. But it's just been very difficult, because you know, my setting is not professional. I am not professional at all with this live streaming situation, and yeah, I'm doing my best. I actually am doing my best just to keep the audio and the lighting in a proper condition. But I'm afraid this is what we got so far. So if you see me progressively going extremely red, it's because this is ridiculously warm, like ridiculously warm. Let's introduce our tea from today. This is one of my favorite mugs ever, because I think Kingfisher is one of the most elegant, beautiful birds in creation. So today we are actually drinking something new. It's not new, I don't know. It's just a pure Turkish, non-refined black tea, but I added some chrysanthemum flowers, which I can't show you because I'm just gonna toss it into my keyboard, but they're floating over there. Let me see if I can just like lean the camera so you can see. Yes, can you see the flowers over there? Those are golden flowers, chrysanthemum flowers from that I got ages ago from China, and yeah, I really like them. They're not especially tasty because they do not add taste, but certainly they add texture, and I just like having them on my tea. Okay, it's time to address the elephant in the room. What the hell is this? What am I doing with my life? What is this? So, for today's title, and if you stick to the initial tune, you know we're talking Pokemon today. So when I was preparing, when I had the idea of preparing a live stream like that, I just wanted to look as close as possible to a Pokemon trainer. So I thought, like, you actually cannot imagine how much research I put onto this. So I just googled it, and I saw like a lot of Pokemon trainers have this handkerchiefs over their heads. But now that I look at myself on the camera, I am afraid I look more like a discounted pirate, very colorful, funky pirate, or maybe a very back in the day Spanish mama or grandma So yeah, by the way, these beautiful handkerchief, like super beautiful handkerchief, comes actually from Tokyo. One of my closest friends and someone I really love, she got this for me in Tokyo, and I don't know if you can see them, but actually has Simurghs all over it. Can you see it here? Yay! So thank you for that, Martita. Thank you so much for that. You definitely, so this Thea says you definitely don't not. You look lovely. Thank you so much. Do you know? Hi, Mandinelli. so yeah, this is my attempt. This is my attempt to look like a Pokemon trainer. I failed, hey, but at least I tried. So let's talk Pokemon. All right. First things first. I am not the biggest Pokemon fan in the world, in the sense that I like it. I enjoy Pokemon, but I haven't played Pokemon in such a long time. I played Silver when I was younger. I watched the first series. I watched a couple of films. I watched the Mewtwo film and Pokemon 2000 and then the Power of One. But I have to admit that I've discovered a bunch of new Pokemons preparing this live stream, because there's just a lot of them, and even if I am not the biggest Pokemon fan, I'm a very big fan of mythology, and I'm a very big fan of Pokemon designs, because some of them are just fantastically researched. For example, I didn't know that one of the main inspirations behind Pokemon X and Y was Norse mythology. Mind-blowing. It was just fantastic. And yeah, I really like Pokemon, and I definitely love the shapes and possible inspiration. So I thought you might enjoy this ride with me. What we're gonna do is we're gonna compare some Pokemon birds I selected with Simurgh, which, don't worry, I'll do a recap on her, to see if they possibly could be, in fact, Simurgh. What if Simurgh was a Pokemon? Who is a Pokemon? Which one is a Pokemon that's closest to Simurgh? So, right. First thing is first. What will I be defining as a bird Pokemon? Because the games can be quite inconsistent about that. So, taking into account we will be comparing them to Simurgh, the Pokemon selected, they at least need to resemble a bird and one that flies. So for example, penguin related Pokemons are just discarded. Also, they have to have some kind of supernatural power, which actually all of them do, because they are supernatural animals, and they're Pokemon. So yeah, that one's ticked. I have included in the old generation also Sword and Shield. I am so excited for this. But again, as I was saying, let's do first a quick recap, and let's just talk about the main... Oh, I haven't put my logo up. Nobody realized. So let's talk about the main protagonist of my life, basically, and the main protagonist of today's live stream. Let's just do a quick review over her first. What would Simurgh be if she actually was a Pokemon? What would be her type? What would be her stats? Let's just think about it. Simurgh, surprise, surprise, is a storm bird, is a thunderbird. So she will be either water, electric, or even psychic type, because she's capable of speaking, reading destinies, and foretelling the future. So I truthfully believe she will be like Meowth, like she will be able to speak to humans as you know, Meowth. And which other Pokemon can speak? I think it's only Meowth. No, actually Mewtwo speaks. Just let me know in the chat. Just click the chat box. Pokemon fans, help me with this. So yeah, she will be electric, water, or psychic type. Simurgh has healing abilities in her feathers, so that's another thing to take under account. She could be also having healing powers. Kiwi says legendaries can do telepathy sometimes. Definitely Simurgh will be a legendary Pokemon, like definitely. I'm just putting her up into that category myself because I just want it. Alright, so she will be able to speak. What else? Oh, she's also connected to heavens, and she plays a major role in two important books written in medieval Iran. The first one is the Book of Kings, or Shahnameh, which is an epic poem. And then there's the Speech of the Birds, which is a Sufi mystical poem. So maybe a fairy type could be included. I don't know, I have no idea, just because of this mystical aura she has. Is that mystical Pokemon type? I don't think there is. Simurgh lives in a remote, isolated location because she does not want to be disturbed by humans. But she certainly assists her foster son Zal whenever he needs her. Oh, and she is terrifying. Like, I'm not making this up. The Book of Kings says so. Like, she's terrifying. She's like a massive storm cloud that makes the sky darken, the earth tremble, the hearts of mankind shrink when they see her. So, is that a hint for dark type? I don't know. She's amazing. Period. Like, she's basically top of the top of the top, at least for me. So, I have selected 13 different bird Pokemon. We'll be listing each other, each Pokemon's, like the lore of it. We're gonna be listing, like, yeah, a little bit. Let's just introduce them, talk a little bit about them, who they are, and then we will move towards for/against section that might help with the resemblance these Pokemon have or haven't got with Simurgh. So, pause for tea. First things first, always. This is such a nice combination of tea. As I was saying, we'll pause for tea and then we will move towards the first one on the list because there is no time to waste. Articuno is #1, this flying ice Pokemon. Did you know its name is Japanese? Is Freezer? Reminds me of another Freezer. Any Dragon Ball Z fans here? So, Articuno is a first generation legendary bird of Kanto. Its wings are said to be made of ice, and when it flaps them, it can chill the moist in the air and make it snow. Isn't that cute? In the anime series, Articuno appears aiding travelers and guiding them to safety. So, cool bird. Did you see what I did there? Cool, as in cool birth. Eh? I amuse myself sometimes. So, 4. Actually, the aspect of Articuno is quite solid. Simurgh, inheriting the aspect of another Chinese sacred bird, was depicted in Iran like a sort of rooster with very, very long tail plumes, and also the dwelling place and the helping humans from time to time, and the legendary creature. All of those are the four aspects. Against the snow powers and the fact that Articuno pairs up with all those two creatures, and Simurgh is kind of a loner. So yeah, so not quite. #2 is Zapdos. I actually like these Pokemon name. I like it a lot. So its name in Japanese is Thunder, literally. I am such a big fan. Self-explanatory, first legendary, first generation electric Pokemon, second of the 3 legendary birds of Kanto. The flapping of Zapdos wings create thunderstorms. Have to be honest, I always imagined this guy to be kind of moody, like a little grumpy creature, you know? I actually have no idea where that came from. It's just my brain cannot stop creating. Apparently, Zapdos, with the flapping of its wings, can cause disruptions in sound, and I am all in for that. Zapdos is said to live among the clouds and to rarely appear to humans, so it's not like it has an actual dwelling place. It's more like it's just a wandering Pokemon. 4. the storm / lightning powers and the hiding from humans one's got to be private when it's a legendary creature. Against the looks, like just like, sorry, just my dyslexia, so just it doesn't quite look like Simurgh, and the lack of interaction with humans. One thing is your home being hidden from the world, and the other is not having impact in said world whatsoever because you prefer hiding. Nah, doesn't do it for me. Ooh, the 8th historian is here. Hello, guys. Nah, it's not. No, like Kiwi says it doesn't have a quite Simurgh like tail. No, we're not going. Number 3 is Moltres. The Firebird. Did you know that thing with Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, as in 1, 2, 3 in Spanish? Like, did you know this gameplay with these birds? Did you know that? I realized very late, like 2 years ago. I'm not even kidding with this. I didn't know. And well, I think this is very cute. Moltres' Japanese name is Fire. As simple as that is. It's just, I am dying with cuteness. So for me, if Zapdos was the moody one, to me, Moltres was the boastful one. Like, I don't know, maybe because of the looks, I always thought Moltres was extremely pleased with itself. Does it make any sense? Again, hell knows where I extract those ideas from, but, you know, to me, it was kind of like a boastful bird. Like, look at me, but look at me from afar, just admire me. This is a fire Pokemon that sheds embers from its wings, which I am all for, I'm not gonna lie. It heals itself by entering the magma of volcanoes. Okay, that's pretty awesome. And it is linked with South, where it emigrates when the winter comes. Ooh, that is actually a very strong connection with a sacred Chinese bird. I'll tell you about that bird some other day. And like Zapdos, Moltres is rarely seen. 4. Well, we could say the aspect with the crest and the long fire tail plumes, but apart from that, I honestly cannot see any other connection with Simurgh. So against the rare interaction with humans, the fire powers, and their connection to South. Simurgh lived kind of north, according to the Book of Kings, so again, depends on the source, but Simurgh in the Shahnameh, in the Book of Kings, was thought to live in Mount Damavand, which is in the north of Iran, so no connection to South, I'm afraid. So, yep. Let's take a tea pause. So Lucía didn't know about Lucía didn't know about the 1, 2, 3 with the birds. Don't worry. No shade, no hate. I literally did not know until like 2 years ago. 10 foot, the German names are different. They are actually, right, so all these names, I quote them from a source that is in English. I believe is like a Pokemon encyclopedia, which is based on the US. But I don't know if these creatures have a different name in Spain, for example, or Spanish-speaking countries. Sorry, I don't speak Pokemon, neither do I. Just look at me, I'm wearing out. This is, yeah, this is what Pokemon Trainer Lauda looks like, and it's terrible and it's terrifying, so I'm just gonna ignore it. But I think like the handkerchief's kind of cool, so I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna really like this. I'm the person who gave this to me. So yeah, the thing about the names, I don't know. I am using just the English names, and I'm pretty positive the English names were just taken for Spanish translations, but I am actually not sure. I know in France some Pokemons changed their names. Now I know that in German the names are different, and possibly in other languages they did too. So if you know all the names for Pokemon, just let me know about that. Like, I love learning this kind of stuff. Number 4 is Lugia. she's just magnificent, isn't she? Yeah, to me, Lugia is female. Change my mind. This is a second generation legendary Pokemon, guardian of the seas and trio master of the legendary birds of Kanto. She's actually a master and she's wise, which makes her pretty terrific. And she looks fantastic. Look at that design. What? I am extremely biased with Lugia. I said I was not going to hide my preferences. One of the things I like the most of Lugia is that she fiercely protects her young. And she's the one who calms the F out of the other birds whenever they fight. She's like the sensei of the other legendary birds. She's a sensei, she's a master. It's like, I can't even, I love her. I just love her. Exactly, and that Europa, Lugia for the win. Lugia for the damn win. Like, let's just pause for a minute. Have you seen the film Pokémon 2000? Have you seen the epic battle where she takes down Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres single-handed? She kicks ass! The moment she rises from the depths of the sea, with the eyes gleaming in the dark of the... My God! Oh, she's so amazing. It's just like... Wait. I am way out of topic. Back to describing Lugia. As I was saying, she controls the weather. She can use storms, and she can cause storm and tide, sorry. And just a flutter of her wings could tear down a mountain. She's metal. Wait, there's more. Because of her great power, she tends to isolate herself and sleep underwater, so she's rarely seen. Like, she's protecting the world from herself because she's so cool that not even her can handle it. Alright, 4. Almost everything for weather control, storm powers, master of other birds, fierce mama, incredibly strong. Because I haven't mentioned this before, but in the conference of the birds, the speech of the birds, Simurgh is actually the master and the leader these birds of the title are looking for. So she acts also like a master, like a guide to them. So, and against, I would say, the dwelling place, because Simurgh does not live on the water, although she has a very strong connection with it. And even though I love it so much, the design. Lugia does not look much like Simurgh, I'm afraid, which is very sad. But yeah, that's the main against I have with Lugia. T-pose. The 8th historian says it's like a mother trying to keep her children from killing each other. In fact, she is. Actually, she is. She's so cool. I really like Lugia. I'm not gonna hide my preference. This is my live stream. These are my preference. I'm not gonna hide what I like or what I don't like. Just like. Next one is Ho-Ho. How do you pronounce this name, actually? Is it Ho-Ho? Hoo-Hoo? Just let me know. How do you pronounce it? I say Ho-Ho. This is the counterpart of Lugia. If she is guardian of the seas, Ho-Ho is guardian of the skies. And it is also a sensei, for it is the master of the 3 legendary beasts, which are Entei, Suicune, and Raikou. Ho-Ho has the mythical power of resurrecting the dead. And its flight creates colorful rainbows. The legend tells that whoever catches a glimpse of Ho-Ho will be blessed with eternal happiness, which was also said about Simurgh in Sufi context. If you ever in your life catch just a sight, a very subtle tiny sight of Simurgh, you will be bestowed with eternal happiness and protection. Isn't this cool? Just love it. Ho-Ho will come close to those of pure heart, same as Simurgh would do. And yeah. By the way, I think it's clear by now that I am much more a gold/silver person than anything. I just think these two birds, Ho-Ho and Lugia, they were too much. They were too much. They were exactly what a legendary Pokemon should be. So for the looks, firstly, it's clear by now that I am... it's just, yeah, it looks so much like Simurgh, because of the colors of Ho-Ho could be those of Simurgh. I mean, parentheses, like I forgot to mention this. Simurgh was never described, as in carefully, detailedly described. So she could be any color we could imagine, we just don't know. But Ho-Ho, based as it is in Fan Huang, which is the Simurgh's Chinese cousin I mentioned before, Ho-Ho presents a very convincing palette, at least for me. Also, the preference for pure-hearted humans, the sensei aspect, and the powers in its feathers bring it closer to Simurgh. However, against are the fire powers. Simurgh has zero connection with fire apart from her son burning her feathers for summoning her. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Simurgh is not a phoenix. It's not a phoenix, has zero connection with the phoenix. For example, the phoenix is connected to the south, to the sun, and to fire, and Simurgh is connected to north in the Book of Kings, to storm and cloud and cold more than anything. And she doesn't just resurrect from her ashes when she passes away. So this is something like a lot of people has asked me before, just because here in the West we just tend to grab any birds, like magical creature, especially birds, and just stack them with any word that we can come up with that is close to what we know best, which are Greco-Roman sources. However, they're not the same, and we cannot use phoenix to describe magical birds, because phoenix has a very strict connotation and describes a sacred bird itself. A bird, by the way, that I do not despise. I actually think the phoenix is such a cool creature. Really, really like it. So this is not a case. The phoenix is not the Gilgamesh of my birds. And if you've been to my other live streams, you know why I'm saying this. But no, I really like the phoenix. I think the concept is amazing. I just prefer Simurgh. That's it, basically. Yeah. Always check your sources. This Thea says, I pronounced it in the same way you do. Never thought about any other possible pronunciation. I have no idea. Like, I literally have no idea how to pronounce. They don't come with the manual in these things. So, next one. Altaria. Like, okay, this is one of the cutest Pokemon I've ever seen. Like, it's a cloud. It's fluffy and squishy. It's like a tiny cloud. I just love it. And you know what? Fun fact, this is actually, like, this one over here is actually a dragon type Pokemon. Right, so this is 3rd generation, and its actual name in Japanese is Tylatis. I actually have no idea how to pronounce that one. The feathers have an iridescent gleam and an actually quite thick protection. It looks just fluffy and squishy, but it's actually quite thick. It's like an armor or something like that. And Altaria can use its wings to catch up updrafts and soar across the skies. So points for that. And oh, also Altaria has a very beautiful singing voice, like Simurgh. But Altaria is actually a very social, even cuddly Pokemon. It likes hugging people. Like, no wonder, it's like a stuffed animal. How are you not gonna like these kind of things? Like, just I would squeeze him so much, like, squeeze him to death. No, this says it's so fluffy, I'm gonna die. I know, it's so fluffy, we're gonna die. Altaria likes singing and humming in like a soprano-like voice, and actually its voice can induce a dreamy, semi-meditating state for listeners. And I've mentioned Simurgh is considered a very spiritual bird. So Altaria lives in forests or also in remote mountain ranges, so tease for that. So 4. The flying abilities, for sure, the singing, meditating voice, and the mountain dwelling places. And against Altaria is just too sociable and too fluffy. Simurgh is not a cuddly creature. I said he's terrifying. I meant it. Like, she's supposed to be terrifying. Mega Altaria is even fluffier and has a shower cup thing. Are you kidding me with this? A shower cup thing. So, right, I have encountered Mega Altaria actually. I didn't. I think it's like there's so many birds I have not included, but because we were looking for something. Of course, for example, I was not gonna put, say, Pidgeotto or Sparrow or Pharaoh or Farfetch or for example, Mega Altaria or Hoot, because they just don't do it for me. We mentioned before that we're looking for quite specific, characteristics. So we've learned that Simurgh isn't squishable. Absolutely not. She doesn't like humans apart from her son, so she wouldn't let you squish her. She will probably squish you herself, like or something, or just fly away from you. She's a distinguished Pokemon. Or Pokemon, what am I talking about? Simurgh is not a Pokemon. She's quite a distinguished creature, so it will be much more like distant rejection, elegant yet consistent. Like, no. I wanted to squish Simurgh so bad. I'm really sorry. I don't think that's going to be possible. I mean, I honestly don't think that's going to be possible. This is such a nice tea. Have I mentioned that before? So, famous last words. Oh, I've realized something. I'm really sorry, guys, but I cannot see. Oh, I haven't put the chat box over there. I'm really sorry. Why didn't you tell me? All right, you can see it, can't you? Oh, sad times. Well, anyway, we'll go from here. What were we doing? Oh yeah, we were thinking number 7. Yes, number 7, which is Swanna, or whatever, like Swanna. I call it Swanna. Swanna is another water Pokemon and not a quite original one. Like, it's based on a swan, and its name is Swanna. It is 5th generation, so you can actually see they were starting to run out of ideas. It has some cool features though. It really has some cool features. For example, Swanna is capable of flying for thousands of miles without rest, which actually brings it closer to Simurgh. At dusk, flocks of Swanna get together and dance, and that is a shared feature with the mentioned cousin of Simurgh, Fanhuang, and other Chinese bird, which is called Luan. Fanhuang and Luan are supposed to get together, and Luan sings while Fanhuang dances. Actually, a very, very beautiful scenery to create in your mind. So there's not much for me to say about Swanna for the flying abilities and the water powers, because Swanna is a water type Pokemon. And against pretty much the rest, Simurgh is not a flock bird at all, and definitely doesn't look like that. So yeah, not convinced of this one. I included it because I thought some of the features were very cool, but nah. The next one is Braviary or Braviary. I actually like this Pokemon a lot, possibly because I love birds of prey. The Japanese name of Braviary is wargle, which I am pretty positive it comes from mixing war and eagle, and then just together. Like, just take a look at it. It looks like an eagle, like a war eagle. Oh, the chat box is here. Cool. Then I did something that was useful. Yoo-hoo-hoo. As I was saying, Braviary is a 5th generation Pokemon, and this is a super strong bird. Like, it can lift a car with its talons, like, just, and also it is super hot-headed. Like, it is aggressive. This is a Pokemon that's aggressive. Like, Braviary will fight until the very end, until exhaustion, until death, in order to protect those who adhere to it. Which, right, it can't be seen as a noble feature, but seriously, fighting to death just because you... Simurgh is much more than a fight beast. She's actually very smart. She would be smart and just getting into a fight. On the other hand, Braviary is called the hero of the skies, and it's loyal and it's dedicated. However, it's too belligerent. It's just too much. It's just too much of a stubborn Pokemon. So 4. I would say the loyalty and the aim to protect those it cares for. That's actually a nice feature. But against the temper, the aggressivity, and also the lack of supernatural powers, because it is a normal type Pokemon and has no connection with elements whatsoever. I include it on the list because it's a rowdy pal and I enjoy that a lot. And also because the looks could be, because Simurgh is also a bird of prey, so the talons and the head could be very close and actually are close to it, but yeah, that is pretty much it. Number 9, I believe, is Mandibuzz. I love Moltres, and this is a dark type, which makes it even more appealing to me. However, its Japanese name is Volgina. I said it. Yeah, I've just said it. Come on, Twitch. You can come and saw me now. I swear to Satan. I swear to Satan, its name is Volgina. Feel free to Google it. Why do I keep saying that? I'm actually gonna get censored. Oh no, it shows on my control, like in my dashboard, it shows I lost viewers. I'm really sorry, didn't mean to offend anybody. But yeah, it's the real name of the Pokemon in Japanese. Just Google it. Just look for it. So Mandibuzz, we're sticking with the English name. Mandibuzz lives in nests that are made of bones, and it actually uses bones in quite a variety of ways. For example, for attacking, and it preys like any other vulture would do. And apparently it's not a very nice bird, which again I am all in for. So 4. The vulture feature, surprisingly enough. Simurgh has a very strong connection with vultures, which used to be sacred in Iran and actually play a major role in Zoroastrianism. One day I will tell you about that. And against practically everything else, yeah, it's not, yeah, I'm afraid, I really like the concept of this Pokemon, but I'm afraid, yeah, it's not, just doesn't do it for me. Sad times. Is also an all-female species. Yes, I read about that, which it has connection with Simurgh because Simurgh's a female. But again, the name, why would you choose that name? Can someone actually explain that to me? Oh god, the more I look at myself, the more I realize I look like a discounted pirate. Why do I do these things to myself? Why do I do these things to myself? I had, guys, before this I had a reputation. Before Twitch, Let's Blue Master Simurgh had a reputation. Not a very good one, but it had one. Oh, the youth historian says Mandibuzz like the name Volgina, it comes from Volta and Regina, which is queen in Latin, according to Wikidex. Right, yeah, sure, we can go with that. We'll accept that. Yes, sure, but still, like, of all the names in the world, seriously. All right, our next pal is Talonflame, but they didn't much about it. What do you mean with that? Anyway, we'll come back to the funky name later. So yeah, in number 10 we have Talonflame. This design is so cool, so beautifully drawn. It is just fantastic. This is a 6th generation Pokemon whose Japanese name was Fiaro, so fire sparrow. We'll go from there. Despite the name Sparrow, it looks much more like a peregrine falcon to me, actually. So maybe it was fire arrow for the speed falcons can get when they plummet? I don't know. In fact, Talonflame here hunts and preys exactly like falcons do. Plummeting from the sky like a spear, like it's just like a missile. And this is something very cool. Its feathers are fireproof and they can be used to make firefighter outfits. That is so awesome. 4. The speed. I don't think this Pokemon has anything in common with Simurgh because it's a fire Pokemon, and yeah. So against everything, I'm afraid. But it is a very cool bird. Like we like Talonflame. I like Talonflame a lot. I think it's beautifully designed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the next one. Or the next one. Oh god. Yveltal. Right. So up to this point, you would have figured out I have a tendency for destructive forces. Gonna be honest with you, I had no idea, Yveltal existed until a week ago. But dude, do I love him. A Pokemon of destruction. Bring it on. Yes. This Thea says this one reminds me of Spawn. Yes, definitely. Oh, I hadn't seen that. I hadn't seen that connection. Yes, Yveltal, Spawn Pokemon. Just yes. This is one of the legendary Pokemon of 6th generation, and let's just take a moment to admire this design midways between a bird and a dragon. Oh, it also has my 2 favorite colors ever, which are red and black. And that look on its face, like it's pissed at existence itself. I love it. Love it so much. What? I already said I was biased. So Yveltal has the ability to absorb life with its wings and tail feathers, and when it is reaching the end of its life, just sucks the vitality of everything around it and enters a deep slumber in a cocoon form. It's basically chaos. If chaos had a Pokemon type, it's like a demon of chaos Pokemon, a Satan Pokemon. Dude, I like where this is going. 4. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No. Against everything. Like everything. Simurgh is not a destructive creature, even though she holds the power to destroy, but she's not aggressive. Even when she gets really angry at humankind, which she does because humans are ridiculously stupid, she just flies away and abandons them to their own luck, but she doesn't bring destruction. She will never go crazy, berserk, and suck the life of everything around her. But how cool is Yveltal, for hell's sake? Who's here for the chaos? I am here for the chaos, and I am here for Yveltal. Yes, definitely yes. Such a cool creature. Such a cool creature. Do you know when sometimes when they just launch new Pokemon and you are actually not confident about the designs they're gonna bring because they are lazy, like Swanna for example, they're just simple, they're just you don't think they're gonna add anything to the already existing generations of Pokemon. They're not gonna be new, they're not gonna be that creative, imaginative, and then you come across something. Let's just show him again. Let's just show. Yeah, then you come across something as cool as this fella over here, and your mind just blows into tiny chaos pieces because this is one of the coolest creatures you've ever seen in your life. Also, it doesn't have anything to do with Simurgh, but I'm just gonna fangirl for a minute over Yveltal here. Its shape. The shape is a Y because it's an XY generation, and it's just so cool. It's so cool. I really like this Pokemon like so much. Kiwi says its signature move is called Oblivion Wing, which is metal as fuck too. It is so metal. This is a heavy metal Pokemon. I am all in for this, definitely. But we need to move to the next one. Skarmory. I actually like this Pokemon a lot. Oh yeah, here we are. Skarmory is basically the dream of any cutting weapon obsessed person, like I am. This is from 2nd generation, and Skarmory's body is covered in steel and its feathers are sharp like knives. Like basically this is a flying sword bouquet. Every wing is a foil festival. These Pokemon makes me so happy. The skin of Skarmory gets pretty much battered due to use, but once a year the feathers grow back completely and they also get sharpened again. It's a fierce warrior, and actually it's a very tough guy because it is training, we could say it's training from the moment it hatches, since it lives in pretty much harsh conditions because the thorn bushes and the rocks around it make the skin harden into that iron-like state. The inconvenience is that it rusts with water. So for the dwelling place in the mountains and the discipline of its behavior, because Simurgh is a pretty strong character and she likes order and she likes to respect discipline, so we're gonna give that to Skarmory, and against basically the steel nature. After all, Simurgh is a bird with water related powers, so it doesn't make much sense for her to be connected to Skarmory, I'm afraid. But I really like Skarmory as a Pokemon. And last but not least, we have Corviknight. Talking about I just saved the coolest ones for the end, didn't I? So Corviknight is a dark type bird. Right. I would be lying if I denied how much I enjoy the looks of this Pokemon. Just look at his face, just like that face. It is annoyed / super scary looks. It's just, I'm in love. Dude, do I have a type? I certainly do. And that Europa, this is basically an armored crow. It's fantastic. So Corviknight is an 8th generation Pokemon with incredible flying skills and high intelligence, like the actual Corvus family do. The family of Corvids actually has a very, very strong intelligence, a very high intelligence. It scares, Corviknight scares its potential opponents away with its looks, and that is something I am buying so much, like so much. That face though. However, on the other hand, Corviknight is a very sociable Pokemon that even works with humans. I believe in the anime at some point somebody's using a Corviknight as a taxi. And also, Corviknight has a Gigantamax form, and it becomes extremely powerful, and it's capable of creating tornadoes with its wings, which is also metal AF. So for, I would say, the flying skills, the intelligence, and the ability to create tornadoes. Also, the super intimidating look. Remember, Simurgh is supposed to be startling, it's supposed to be terrifying, it's supposed to be scary. And against, I would say, the cooperation with humans, because, you know, Simurgh is nobody's taxi, let me tell you. She's nobody's taxi. She's not gonna carry people around. Whew, T-pause. Do I love this tea? I really, really like this tea. I'm just quickly revisiting my notes. Am I forgetting somebody? No. That's all I got for you guys. Let's just take a moment to recap. We mentioned Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Lugia, Ho-Ho, Altaria, Swanna, Braviary, Mandibuzz, Talonflame, Yveltal, Skarmory, and Corviknight. In your opinion, let me know in your opinion, which Pokemon do you think is closer to Simurgh? Like, which one is the closest to Simurgh, all being said? Just gonna take a sip of tea as I read your answers. Lugia plus Ho-Ho, winner. As for Jim, I'll stick with Ho-Ho for its appearance. Lugia or Ho-Ho, Ho-Ho, Ho-Ho. Ho-Ho is pretty, isn't he? I just like it a lot. Ho-Ho, but you will say no. I'm just asking for your opinion. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just asking for your honest opinion, guys. Claire says Ho-Ho too. You will say no. Just shut up. Based in behavior and abilities. Yeah, based in behavior and abilities, to me is Lugia. Like, yes, it's just Lugia. There's period. Water powers, storm control. It's a master for other birds. It's just the design. I admit that the looks of Lugia are not exactly, yeah. But again, just let's just think about it. It's Guardian of the Seas and the Rain. That's first of all, Guardian of the Seas and the Rain. A true master for all the birds. A powerful mum, like a terrifying mama. I will talk about the chicks of Simurgh some other day, but this gains points. So yeah, to me, based on abilities is Lugia, but I have to say that based on appearance, it will be Ho-Ho. Yeah, Ho-Ho looks the closest to what we have represented as Simurgh in manuscripts, in tiles, in metalwork. So yeah, I would definitely, I'm gonna stay with Ho-Ho. I told you, I am a gold/silver person. Icesphere Jim says, if I had to have one as a pet, it would be a Corviknight. Corviknight is so cool. So cool, but I don't know if I could have any of these as pets, because one thing that I like a lot about legendary Pokemon is the ability to speak. So yeah. Kiwi says Yveltal is like inverse Simurgh with the murder. Definitely. And let me tell you something. There's another Simurgh in the Book of Kings, which is actually everything Yveltal represents. It's chaos, it's brutal, it's a murder, it's a killer. And one of the heroes of the Book of Kings confronts it and kills it. Its name is Esfandiar, and maybe some other occasion I will, all that. So now, I want to know, which one is your favorite Pokemon? Again, I'm going to take another sip of my tea, and I really want to know, there's 14 people with me right now, I really want to know which one is your favorite Pokemon, like of all time, of all generations. forget the bird type. Let's just talk Pokemon. Let's just fangirl a little bit over Pokemon. Let me know, which one is your favorite Pokemon? Absol. I am afraid I don't know that one. What is it like? Right, if you can actually describe to me, because remember, I am a gold silver generation. There's a lot of Pokemon I don't know about, so if you can actually tell me like a little bit who that is. Verity says, I love Jigglypuff because she's cute but has a lot of temper. Is that the singing one, isn't it? Like it sings and then puts everybody to slumber and it just gets pissed and just paints and draws faces over people's face. Silver Gold was my first and the only that I played. Magikarp. I really think Magikarp is underrated. Cubone. Oh, Cubone's so sweet. I really like Cubone. I think growing up, it used to be my cousin's favorite Pokemon. So yeah, cool. Mewtwo and Hunter. Hunter's a ghost one. Like, this is spiky metal ghost with the claws and a massive smile on its face. Like, rah, rah, rah. Isn't it? Suicune. Oh, that's the legendary one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the legendary beast that Ho-Ho is mastered for. That's cool. Absol is like a big white cat with a sight on the side of his head. That is so cool. That's definitely very cool. Eevee. Oh, Eevee's so sweet. Oh, Absol predicts disaster, so people think that's evil. That is actually a very nice twist. I like it. Good job, Pokemon. Again, yeah. So, up to this point, which one do you think is my favorite Pokemon? Farfetch, an angry dog with a leg as a sword. Oh, Kiwi, I know which creature of Chinese mythology is based on. Yeah, it's actually the creature the Japanese Tengu are based from. Yeah, it's a very long story. I will tell you about that some other day. So guys, I want you to take a guess. I just want you to take your chances. Which one do you think is my favorite Pokemon? Verity says Lugia. Conde Fouché says Pancham. You have to give some clues. Pancham is so nice. I don't know that one. I've been giving clues for the whole time. You know, I have a type. But I'm gonna play a little bit of clickbait here. The answer might surprise you. Secret Snorlax fan. I don't like Snorlax a lot, like at all. I just think it's a cool Pokemon. Really sorry. What's your stance on crows? I actually like crows a lot. Murkrow. Oh, that was so cool. I really like Murkrow. Don't be sad, Claire. I am pretty sure there's people who like Snorlax. Lugia, Murkrow. The chat box disappeared. Oh. Oh, it did. That's odd. Is it back on now? Don't know. Again, just before the big reveal, just take into account what I always tell you. My computer is very old. It's going to be 11 years soon. And I am lucky enough that I can just do these live streams with it. It is normal that sometimes some things are not going to work. I am just trying to do my best with it. But if the computer is just like, you know, if there's a mistake, you know, programs fail, things clash, there might be a glitch or something. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to pass that on me and my computer because you like us so much. So, okay, it's time for the reveal. Oh, Umbreon. So we had Lugia, we have Murkrow and Honchkrow, we have Umbreon and Lugia is a win, so... So no, it's not Lugia. It's definitely not Lugia. Although I like Lugia a lot. And it's not Yveltal. My favorite Pokemon in the entire world is Mewtwo. Because boy, he badass. Like, oh, I just can't, where to start with a Pokemon that is this fantastic. I just adore him. I really, really like Mewtwo. And one of the points is because he's able to speak. I really like the concept of a Pokemon that refuses, like rejects its own identity. Say, I am not the pet of a bored teenager. I am my own self, and I am taking my freedom, even if I have to fight for it, teeth and claw, I will. Even if I just have to turn the world upside down, if I just need to kill and clonate a massive, ridiculously amount of Pokemon in the way, I will gain my freedom and I will free the other Pokemons with me because I believe in a cause. It's just, I just like Mewtwo so much. So much. I really, really, really like it. I really like Mewtwo. And again, I am not the biggest Pokemon fan, but these Pokemon over here, I do adore. I really, really like Mewtwo. It's my favorite Pokemon of all time. It's always been, and yeah, evil. So yeah, in this case, I'm gonna skip to, I'm gonna leave my Team Nana, and I'm gonna go to Team Mewtwo because I really, really like it. So guys, that is pretty much everything I have for you. Yeah. This has been today's live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, thank you so much to my patrons that they have been supporting me and just aiding me. Oh, I can show you. So I can get this, as I told you before. Goku is gonna be with me and help me improving the sound. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Researching this live stream was so fun. It was so fun doing everything and researching all this Pokemon, learning about them, learning the stats, and yeah. If you like this kind of content, let me know, because again, what would you like to see in all the live streams? Also, please consider supporting me on Patreon. You can go to my Patreon page, //plumas_de_Simurgh. There's 3 tiers. It's very simple. If you help me a little, if you help me with anything, I could still go on and create funky content for you, and I would be able to do like all these things that you like and enjoy. So just consider that. Support your local historian, art historian in my case. And again, thanks for everyone who's tuning in. And yeah, let's just go home with some music. The music I've been using for this live stream, it's a cover of the Pokemon theme by Neil Stenson. You can look for his channel on YouTube. He does amazing covers. I don't know the person, I don't know him personally, but I just like a lot his work, and I've been following him from quite a while long ago. So yeah, definitely. So if you know the lyrics, just feel free to sing with me. Or I'm not gonna sing, I'm gonna mute myself, but yeah, thank you so much. Hopefully, if nothing changes, we'll see each other on Friday. I will just again keep an eye on my social media, so I will put the announcements. So yeah, that is everything on my behalf. I wish you have a lovely afternoon / rest of the weeks. Thank you so much, guys.